So we're going to look at the Align panel. This is usually when you select an object, you just don't know it's being shown above in your control panel. It is also on the right hand side of your collapsible panels, and I'll show you that in a second. But what this helps you do is you can align objects to your artboard, so the white background here, this is your artboard, or to each other. Okay, so I'm going to just practice and show you with this purple one first. Let me move these shapes out of the way. So let's say I have this shape here. Now, when I click it up at the top, you will see what these look like are alignments. Okay, this is a shortened version of the Align panel, which over to your right, there it is. Okay, looks like this. Okay, so you can do the same thing there. But I'm just going to work with this one over here, and then I'll show you later on with this one over there. First thing you need to do is understand what you're aligning it to. So this image right here is your artboard. Okay, artboard image here, same here. Align to your artboard. You can also align to a selection. So when I select these three objects together, which I will eventually do, you'll see the difference. Okay, so I'm just going to first do it to the artboard. So I'm going to click align to my artboard. And then you can see you have left, align, horizontal center, horizontal right. You have horizontal top, center, and then bottom. Okay, you can distribute objects, okay, vertically and horizontally, and then you can distribute the spacing. So we're just going to look at a couple of these real quick to help you out. So I'm going to show you how this works to the artboard. So I'm going to do to the left. So what this is going to do is the computer is going to throw the object all the way to the left. Center, okay, it's on the same horizon, just following the same line across, and to the right. Now vertically, now that it's on the right, it's going to go to the top. When I hit vertical line top, it's going to go to the center of the page, and it's going to go to the bottom. But let's say I want this in the dead center of my artboard. I'm going to hit both my horizontal, okay, align center, and my vertical. Now, this shape is in the dead center of the artboard. Okay? So now I've moved these two shapes back. Okay, we have my rounded rectangle in the circle. And what I've done is I've changed to my align to selection. So you'll see up here as well, if you click this down arrow, you can align to selection, key object, or align to artboard. We did align to artboard, so I'm going to do align to selection because this is the selection I have. Again, you can do all these options at the top if that's easier for you. That's usually what I use, but I want to show you the panel to the right as well, your collapsible panel. Now, this is where you have to remember and think about the difference between horizontal versus vertical. So if this is my horizontal center, right and left, you have to realize that these are going to travel on a horizontal plane, so left and right, not up and down. So if I say to align objects, this selection to the left, whichever object is to the most to the left is where the other objects are going to go. Okay? So see, that green one didn't move. Watch. Perfect. Okay, I could align them to the center. So whichever object is closest to the center is how it will align it. Okay, so they all jump over. And then I could do align to the right as well. So you'll see the circles to the farthest to the right, so the green and the purple shape will jump over there. Okay. Now, it's going to get a little bit confusing with vertical because the objects are going to go up and down and they're going to end up overlapping on one another, which is fine too. So this is top. So what everything's going to do is it's going to jump straight up to the top. Again, overlapping. Now they're going to all go onto the center. And then you have the bottom. Now let me unevenly space these out and select these. For the distribute options, the one that you're probably going to use are both of the centers, horizontal and vertical. So I've offset these a bit. Let's say I just want to get this one circle in between these two. They don't have to be over top of each other or in a straight line, but I want the same spacing. Okay, I want to distribute them accordingly. So if I hit the horizontal center, This will put the circle in between these two objects. And then if I hit vertical, okay, it'll line all three of these up, as you can see. It's just distributing them within the center. It's not actually aligning them, okay? That's what you have to remember, the big difference for those two. Now, if you want to distribute the spacing evenly, so I've selected these three again, offset my circle horizontally, up and down, okay? I can change this by clicking distribute spacing. So it puts that circle in between both of the green and the purple object, as well as, let me undo that, you can do it horizontally, okay? So it'll distribute, because it sees my purple object as the one that needs to be distributed between these ones horizontally. Now, let's say you want to distribute these with this distributed spacing, and you want them to be all 1 inch. Okay, this is what I've done before. So you're going to select all of these, and what you need to do is you need to make a key object. So when you select them all, you can decide which one's a key object by clicking on it, and now it sees this as the key object, and you'll notice my align to has changed to the key object. So let's do 0.5. Oops. Okay, so I can make these all horizontally or vertically spaced out to 0.5. Okay, so I want vertical alignment. So I'm going to click this point, first one. And what it does, as you saw, is it vertically aligned these, and the spacing between here and here and here and here is, oh, I want it more than that. Let's do it again, 0.5. There we go. So technically it's 0.5 inches between those two. Okay, so you can change the spacing up that way. That's how you get to the distributed spacing, and you can figure out which how much you want. Okay, and if you don't remember, all you have to do is hover over and it tells you exactly that. So you select your multiple objects, and then you have to click on one like I did down here with my polygon to distinguish which one is the key object.